Hi friends, today to put Lyra from the His Dark Materials series into the spotlight. Lyra Silvertongue, born Lyra Belacqua, is the protagonist of the His Dark Materials book series.
Lyra, the rules are simple.
We know the rules, pal. You don't obey the rules. Doesn't mean I don't know them.
This series has since been adapted into a not-so-great movie called The Golden Compass, which covers the first book. Or at least it covers most of the first book. This series has also been adapted into a much better TV show called His Dark Materials. So far, only the first season of the TV show has come out, and it mainly covers the first book. So for this character spotlight, I want to compare Lyra from the first book to Lyra in the movie and Lyra in the first season of the show. Hence why it's part 1. I'll be making more parts to this character spotlight as new media comes out. Obviously, because I'm only going to cover the first book, I'm not going to talk about what happens in the subsequent books. The name Lyra comes from the Greek word Lyra, which means lyre or harp. This origin doesn't really seem to match Lyra's character at all. However, the word liar sounds a lot like the word liar. Lyra is a very skilled liar and often lies her way through situations.
Like this one time when Roger and I were caught in this grain silo. He turned my hair into a rope. He climbed up me and out, and then pulled me out.
Lyra, please don't lie to me.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Lyra is also the name of the constellation, the Lyre of Hermes. Her surname, Silvertongue, is given to her by the armoured bear Yorick Bernison for her way of charming people with her lies.
And I will give you a new name. You're no longer Lyra Belacqua, but Lyra Silvertongue.
It's important to note that Yorick knows a lot about metals, so it's not a coincidence that he chose the metal silver for her name. Silver is a very malleable metal and it's very reflective. This therefore links to Lyra very well. She reflects the person she's talking to better gain their trust. For example, when Lyra is talking to Jofa Ragnarsson, she talks with grace and elegance, whereas when she talks with Mr Scoresby, she's a lot more relaxed and down to earth.
Who is this child?
Greetings to you, great king.
Answer to the job?
And what job do you do?
I'm in aeronautics.
What part of being an aeronaut?
Let me give you a tip, kid. Never upset a seagull.
As I said, silver is very malleable. This means it's easy to bend it into the shape you want. Lyra easily manipulates people into doing what she wants them to do.
You're sure that symbol reader isn't playing the fool with you?
It never does, Lord Farr. I don't think it could.
You call me Lord Farr when you want something and John Farr when you don't. You know that?
No, Lord Farr?
Her name Silvertongue, therefore, isn't just a coincidence or a pretty name, it actually reflects her character really well. Her birth name, Belacqua, comes from a character from Dante's Divine Comedy. The character Belacqua is the epitome of laziness. This actually does fit Lyra's character quite well. Though she's adventurous, she can be very lazy, especially when it comes to schoolwork.
Lyra, if you could try to stay awake.
I am. I'm listening.
At this point of the story, Lyra's demon Pantalaimon hasn't settled.
I don't want Pantalaimon to settle. I want him to be able to change. Forever. And so does he.
Bear in mind that when a demon settles, they reflect who their human truly is, so it's important to note when they settle and what they settle as.
When you come of age, and your demon settles into its final form, it will reveal what kind of person you really are.
There are quite a few differences in Lyra's character between the first book, the first season of the TV show, and the movie. The biggest of these, obviously, is her appearance. In the book, she's described as having blonde hair and light blue eyes. However, in the movie, though she does have blonde hair, she has brown eyes. And in the show, her hair is dark brown, as are her eyes. The book opens with Lyra inside Jordan College. However, the movie opens with a semi-break of the fourth wall, where as the audience we're explained why Lyra's world is different to our own.
Worlds like yours, where people's souls live inside their bodies. And worlds like mine.
The TV show opens in yet a different way. We see Lord Asriel bring baby Lyra to Jordan College during the flood.
This is Lyra and Pantalaimon.
Now, this doesn't happen in the His Dark Materials series, but we do see this in the prequel series, The Book of Dust. When Lord Asriel forces Lyra to hide to watch the Master of Jordan College, she hides in a closet in both the book and the movie.
Go back in there. Keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. Go on.
However, in the TV show, she hides in the windowsill box thing.
Quickly, someone's coming. Good girl.
Come quickly now.
We see in the TV show that Lyra asks Mrs. Coulter if Roger can come with them to London.
My friend Roger, can he come too?
However, in both the book and the movie, Roger has already disappeared by then.
There's someone missing. I won't say goodbye to Roger.
Lyra discovering who her real parents are happens differently across all three mediums. In the book, John Farr tells her during their meeting after the roping. In the movie, it's Mrs. Coulter who tells her the truth at Bolvangar.
Yes, Lyra. You're mine. Lord Asriel. He's my father, isn't he?
But in the TV show, Lyra finds out about her father and her mother in two separate instances. Mrs. Coulter tells her that Lord Asriel is her true father in her apartment in London.
You can't treat me like this. My uncle won't let you.
When has that man ever done anything for you?
He's done everything.
He's done nothing! He's a failure of a man and a failure of father!
Lyra later learns from Ma Costa that Mrs. Coulter is her true mother.
She's your mother, Lyra!
Lyra's meeting with Mr. Scoresby was also changed for the TV show. Whereas in the book and movie she has a brief encounter with him, in the TV show we see them actually have breakfast together.
I learned that sometimes a bad hand can be your greatest weapon. Sometimes when there is no hope, it can allow you to bluff magnificently.
Remind me never to play cards with you.
Once in Bolvangar, we see in the book that Lyra becomes friends with some of the girls at the station. However, these girls are absent in both the movie and the TV show. Later on, in both the book and the movie, we see that Mrs. Coulter interrupts the incision the minute she sees Lyra. However, in the TV show, Lyra calls out to her, appealing to her maternal instinct by screaming out, "Mom!" Dakota Blue Richards, who played Lyra for the movie, found watching a different actress portray the character in the TV show was quite strange. Daphne Keane, who plays Lyra for the TV show, was not expecting to get the role at all. She sent in her first audition tape, which was approved, and therefore she had to send in a second. The day she was set to film this tape, she was quite nervous, so she decided to go for a swim. She was on holiday in Puerto Rico and therefore swimming in the ocean there. However, unfortunately, she got stung by a jellyfish to the face. Her face ended up swelling and getting very red, but she still had to film her audition tape. She went through with filming it with what she called jellyface. Much to her surprise, that audition tape was approved. She therefore joined 19 other girls who were still vying for the role. They did a reading with Ruth Wilson, who plays Mrs. Coulter. Keane felt really disheartened when she saw that 19 other girls, they all had blonde hair. She realized they all looked a lot more like Lyra than she did. However, Wilson decided that Keane was by far the best Lyra out of all the girls. She remarked to the young girl that they had the same shape eyebrows. Obviously, this isn't why Keane got the role, she was an amazing actress, but this small detail helped. Keane had not read the books at all before auditioning, but once she did audition, she picked up the books and fell in love. Keane was sat next to the author of the series, Philip Pullman, for the premiere of the show. She actually hadn't had time to watch any of the show before the premiere because she was busy filming season 2. She was therefore understandably very nervous. She was especially nervous about getting Pullman's approval of her portrayal of Lyra. Though Philip Pullman himself didn't say anything, which isn't out of character for him, his wife did. She turned and said to the young actress that she was the perfect Lyra. For those of you who haven't read the books, are you looking forward to learning more about Lyra over the next seasons? And for those of you who have read the books, obviously without giving spoilers, are you looking forward for the rest of the series to be adapted into a TV show? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! Thanks so much for watching this video, and thank you to my Patreon bubblers for supporting the channel. If you want to see any of the other videos I've made, you can click on the box on the left to watch a video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you would enjoy. Or you can click on the box on the right to see the latest video that I have published. Thanks for liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell.